Welcome everyone to a brand new episode of Salt of the Earth, a program by Media Commission of the Catholic Syro-Malabar Eparchy of Great Britain. Today we are going to bring you another saint of the Catholic Church. As you all know, the structure of this program is like this. We will be presenting the life of a saint in the Catholic Church, and there will be 5 questions asked which you need to send in the answers to us. In the last few weeks, we are getting tremendous response from a lot of people, and you have been sending the correct answers. But unfortunately, the first respondent with all the correct answers get the prize. And as we announced earlier, if you have sent correct answers consecutively for the first 10 episodes, you can claim to be included into a lot where, if you're lucky, you will get a prize. The last week's questions and answers were: I know you are waiting to know who the winner was for last week. You know the format to send in the correct answers. The format is now showing on the screen, as you can see. Answer number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, your name and the name of your mission. And the number to send the correct answer via WhatsApp is also showing here on the screen. Now it is time for us to listen to the life of a Catholic saint. Now we have the question time. Let us listen to the questions.
Welcome everyone. Today we're talking about the patron saint of priests. So we're dedicating this to all the priests in our eparchy and our Catholic world. John Vianney was born May 8, 1786 in Dardilly, France, and was baptized the same day. He was the 4th of 6 children born in the Vianney family. John was raised in a Catholic home, and the family often helped the poor and household Saint Benedict John Labre when he made his pilgrim to Rome. In 1790, when a tough phase of the French Revolution forced priests to work in secrecy or face execution, young Vianney believed the priests were his heroes. He continued to believe in the bravery of priests and received his first Holy Communion and the instructions in private by 2 nuns who lost their convents to the French Revolution. At 13 years of age, John made his first communion and prepared for his confirmation in secrecy. When John was 20 years old, John was allowed to leave the family farm, where he was very active, for education in Equally. There he learned maths, history, geography, and a lot of Latin. As his education had been disrupted by the French Revolution, he struggled in his studies, particularly with Latin, but worked hard to learn. In 1802, the Catholic Church was re-established in France, and religious freedom and peace spread throughout the country. However, unfortunately, in 1809, John was drafted in Napoleon's army. He had been studying as an ecclesiastical student, which was a protected title at the time, and would normally have expelled him from the military service, but Napoleon had withdrawn the exception in some dioceses as he required more soldiers at the time due to the tensions. 2 days into his service, John fell ill and returned to hospitalized. As his troops continued, he stopped in at a church where he prayed. There he met a young man who volunteered to return him to his group, but instead led him deep into the mountains where military deserters met. John lived with them for 1 year and 2 months. He used the name Germon Vincent and opened a school for the nearby village. John remained in Lesnos and hid away from the army, and when the army officials came in search of deserters until 1810, However, the deserters were given pardon at the time. So now John was free and he returned to Equili and resumed his ecclesiastic studies. He attended a minor seminary in Abbey Valley in 1812 and was eventually ordained a deacon in June 1815. He joined his heroes as a priest in August 12th, 1815. His first Mass was celebrated the next day and he was appointed assistant to Ballet in Equili. 3 years later, when Ballet passed away, Father John Vianney was appointed the parish priest. When he began his priestly duties, Father Vianney realized many were either ignorant or indifferent to the religion as a result of French Revolution. Many danced wildly and drank on Saturdays or worked in their fields on Sundays. Father Vianney spent so much time in confession and often delivered homilies. Finally, if parishes did not give up extreme dancing, he refused them. He spent 11 to 12 years each day working to reconcile people with God. In the summer months, he often worked 16 hours and refused to retire. His fame began to spread until people began to travel to him in 1827. Within 30 years, it is said that he received up to 20,000 pilgrims. That was each year 20,000. He was deeply devoted to Saint Philomena and he built a chapel and shrine in her honor. When he later became deadly ill but miraculously recovered, he attributed this health to Saint Philomena's intercession. In 1853, Father Vianney had attempted to run away 4 times, each time with the intention of becoming a monk, but decided after the final time that it was not to be. 6 years later, he passed away and left behind a legacy of faith and was viewed as the champion of the poor. Pope Pius IX canonized Father John Vianney on May 31st, 1925, and we celebrate his feast on August the 4th every year.
Now we have question time. Let us listen to the questions.
So now it's a question time. Question number 1. Which revolution forced priests to work in secrecy or face execution? Question number 2. At what age did John left his family farm for education to Eparchy? Number 3. Which saint's intercessions miraculously recovered John Vianney being deadly ill? Number 4. How many times did Father Vianney ran away with the intention of becoming a monk? And number 5. When do we celebrate the feast day of Saint John Vianney?
We hope all of you are enjoying this show, and in the next episodes we will bring you another saint of the Catholic Church. Till then, goodbye. May God bless you all.